She was in labour for many, many hours.
My first son, Marlon, was born in 2005 in the UK, and he had a very short life.
I was told that the baby is very ill. My wife was not the best either because she had a Caesar, and that, but we hoped that everything could go well.
Oliver died 9 years ago this Sunday, actually, and he has a twin brother, Max, who turned 9 last week. So Oliver died when he was 6 days old.
I got told then that the baby would not get through, and after 38 hours he passed away.
My baby sister, named Bernadette, died of what was then called sudden infant death syndrome, or cot death. I was running out the gate and I said to my dad, "I haven't kissed Bernadette goodbye," and he said, "Oh, don't worry," because we were in the habit of kissing everyone goodbye.
Oliver lived 6 days, which was a complete blessing for us to be able to spend that time with him. He was in intensive care, so it was very medicalised, but it was a great time, and to be able to spend that time with him.
I ran across the road, we got on the train, and that was the last opportunity that I would have had to see her.
I was the lucky one, really, was in a way that I did see my son after he had died. My wife didn't see him after he was born or after he had died.
When I got home about a week and a half later, the funeral had happened, it was all over, and I had to just slot back into the family of 6 other kids.
We got on and everything went well, but there was always in the back of my mind, and my wife Joan's mind, that she'd lost her son.
I went on to have my second son, Louis, in 2008, and because Marlon had never gotten a diagnosis, I didn't realise that I'm a carrier of a genetic disorder.
9 years ago, this June the 18th, my daughter gave birth to a stillborn.
I guess there was a lot of guilt around that as well, which is a really insidious emotion. Guilt, you can't really rationalise it, you can't make much sense of it, but it can totally destroy you.
It was really difficult to be with my daughter when she heard that news, and to support her through the next days, weeks, hours, days, weeks, months, years.
The grief of losing a child is sort of beyond words. It's not really something that I find I can describe. A tsunami of grief is what I refer to it as.
We were devastated by his loss, of course. We had a 2-year-old daughter at the time as well. But I also had a little baby to care for still.
I felt the need to reach out because no one had really been through that experience with me that I could chat to.
What annoyed me so much in that time was you'd go and speak to people about it, and they'd say, "Oh, get on with your life. Forget about it. It happens all the time. There's hundreds of people out there." And say, get on with your life.
There's a culture around grief, particularly in Western culture, that you should be over it, that you should get over it.
It took probably 6 months before I decided that life was just really dark, and that's when I turned to SIDS and Kids.
And I made a phone call.
I reached out to SIDS and Kids sort of to get help, really, and that was mainly in a counselling vein.
They were wonderful. Susan was on the phone to me, and she was able to come out to my home and support me with counselling in the home, which was just amazing.
It's not weakness, but a lot of people think it is weakness. It's not, because it's the loss, and you've been mourning that loss for that many years.
It's really, really important for parents to be able to talk about their child.
Can't put it together until you can be able to talk to someone that understands, or that will sit and just listen and let you talk.